Joe. Crazy Joe. Yeah, I'm Crazy Joe. I be running through the snow. Got no pants, got no shirt, got no mother.
Good morning. It's a windy morning. I hope you can hear me over the wind. It's a windy morning, and I am outside a new video store in Exton, Pennsylvania. It's called the Library, and I'm going to go in there. I'm going to check this place out, but I've never been here before, and I saw that there's a Goodwill right over there, so I thought I'd check out the Goodwill first. I used to do videos with another guy. I'm not going to name the gentleman, but we used to end up in Goodwills quite a bit, and I've probably been to every Goodwill in the area, but I don't think I've been to this one. So it's very rare that I run across a Goodwill in this region that I've never seen before. It does look like it's a new one though, because there's a building over there that has like the Goodwill sign covered over. So it looks like they were in a smaller location and moved to a bigger one. But I don't know, I'm gonna go in and take a look. But we're here for the laser library. That's what brought us out here. A video store? A video store this day and age? It's sales, not rentals. But that's still okay. You don't see a lot of it anymore. But over here, this is the Goodwill. I don't think I've ever been to this Goodwill. Let's check it out. Let's get crazy. Then we're gonna go to the laser library. But we'll get crazy here first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never been in here before. Whenever I end up in a Goodwill, I tend to gravitate towards mugs and DVDs and Blu-rays. Those are like the big things I always seem to look for. Not that I need more of any of those things, but that's what I go to first. Nothing is jumping out at me. You know, I like to find like cool pop culture mugs, Star Wars, things like that. I mean, there's one from Friends, says Central Perk on it. I can't stand Friends though. I'm not a fan of that show. I guess we'll check out the Blu-rays, DVDs and Blu-rays. I tend not to buy DVDs. I stick with Blu-rays, but otherwise, we'll get out of here. Look at this. I really need a quiet night, a silent night. My wife would love that. I really need a silent night. There you go. We get some travel cups. Ooh, these Tervis tumblers are really cool. That's a nice one. That's a nice Tervis tumbler. All right, let's look at DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't know, I'm tempted by that. I'm tempted by that Mickey and Donald Tervis tumbler. Look at this. I don't know what Isaac's famous grilled sandwiches are. I've never heard of Isaac's, but I do love flamingos. That guy is funny, that flamingo. I dig him, man. I don't know. I'm not buying this, but I don't know. I'm going to have to Google Isaac's famous grilled sandwiches. I've never heard of that. Isn't he funny looking though? He's cool. And here are the DVDs. Like I said, I pretty much just go for Blu-rays these days. I'm trying to cut down on physical media, frankly. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm anti-physical media. If you know me, I have quite a bit. But I do try to keep it aimed at, the necessities. And I pretty much stick with Blu-ray now. It helps manage the collection a little. I mean, I'll buy a DVD if it's something that you can't get in any other format, but it just makes it easier. I'm not seeing much. Oh, here's some Blu-rays. Cop Out, Tower Heist, about last night. And some action films. Nothing that interests me. Straight Talk and Wonder Park. Spirit Untamed. Katy Perry. Home. Yeah, none of this. My Best Friend's Girl. Never heard of that. Nothing I really need here. And here are the DVDs. Like I said, I pretty much just go for Blu-rays these days. I'm trying to cut down on physical media, frankly. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm anti-physical media. If you know me, I have quite a bit. But I do try to keep it aimed at, the necessities. And I pretty much stick with Blu-ray now. It helps manage the collection a little. I mean, I'll buy a DVD if it's something that you can't get in any other format, but it just makes it easier. I'm not seeing much. Oh, here's some Blu-rays. Cop Out, Tower Heist, about last night. And some action films. Nothing that interests me. Straight Talk and Wonder Park. Spirit Untamed. Katy Perry. Home. Yeah, none of this. My Best Friend's Girl. Never heard of that. Nothing I really need here. All right, I didn't get anything in Goodwill. I didn't expect to, but that's okay. We're not here for Goodwill. We're here, if we're gonna buy DVDs or Blu-rays, we're going to a dedicated video store, a place that specializes in that kind of thing. Laser Library. I'm excited about this. You know, if you watched a couple years ago, I went to a video rental store in Atlanta called Videodrome. And that was awesome. But you don't see many dedicated video stores around anymore. And it's a rare thing. So if something like that opens, I want to check the place out. I want to support the place. So this is very exciting. It's a Thursday. From what I understand, they're not open on Tuesday or Wednesday. Because I was initially going to come out here yesterday, and I got in touch with them and said, is it okay to film there? And they said, yeah, we're not open on Wednesdays, though. So here we go. This is the place. They technically don't open till noon. It's a little early, but the gentleman did say he'd be here at 11 if I wanted to show up early. So let's check it out. Laser Library, movies, series, music, and more. Looks pretty cool. All right, we just came into the Laser Library. This is the place. They're not officially open yet for about, what was it, another 40 minutes maybe? 30 minutes. But look, my eyes are going right to this shuttlecraft. Look at this. I think, is this from the Playmates line? This is either from the Playmates line or, yeah, I think it's from Playmates. But look at that. That's pretty exciting. You know, oh, this is not for sale. Of course, that's too cool to be for sale. Anything Star Trek's going to catch my attention right away. So here we go. Look at this. We got a holiday section.
We watched this last night. It looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's
Oh, how cool. What year was it?
Comedy. Look at this. Some Mel Brooks set up here. It's all the Mel Brooks Fox movies, I believe. Or no. It's it's got Blazing Saddles. That's Warner Brothers, mostly Fox. This Northern Exposure set came in a jacket. I remember that. I never saw Northern Exposure. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. True Romance. Actually, there's a motel in this movie called the Safari Inn in Burbank. I actually spent the night there once. A couple nights, actually. And over here they have books and machines for sale. DVD players. Are they all DVD? I think so. Yeah, I think they're all DVD. This is a VHS DVD. 25 bucks. I could use a new VHS player. We got books over here. Good stuff. Star Wars Character Encyclopedia. That's probably from when The Force Awakens came out. Got TV and box sets up here. John Wick. I always look at the Blu-rays first. They're easier to spot because they're smaller.
How about this? Did you watch this show?
Valkyrie, that's a good movie.
How about this? No, don't take that off.
That was a good movie. Bryan Singer, I believe. Controversial figure, Bryan Singer, but he did make some damn good movies, no matter what you think of him personally.
I found one of these, which is another one of these, which is cool. Okay, it's like the King Pebble. So it's got Japanese name on it. Kids love it. Yeah. These are kind of great. The Dark Crystal and the Last Starfighter.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you guys to take Nisha with me to thrift for one place? She met me at Gaffney. I went back to Gaffney. She met me there. Then we went from Gaffney to Langhorne. And went to the Goodwill in Langhorne and did the DVD shop together.
Oh, cool.
And she found some great picks. Like she picked out some horror this week. Like, I know you
A
guys
friend of mine said this movie's about a fart. Extremely loud and incredibly close. I don't know. Is that a fart movie?
so sorry.
Tell me down below. I think this is a musical.
Here's some other stuff that I got this week. You ever see the Treasure? Really? It's pretty good. How about this one? You ever watched The Rocket Rider?
Oh,
Back in the day.
fine.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Dallas Buyers Club, you see that one?
I guess it was one of those ones where
My father was a big fan of this movie, The Vikings. Two of them in there. It was one of my dad's favorite movies.
take a look.
How about Fury, The Lost Episodes?
So over on the TV there, I see an ad for the movie Film Hawk. Now that's very interesting because when I found this place on Threads, that was what caught my eye. There was a copy of the movie Film Hawk on the shelf. And the owner, Chris, was telling me that right over here, this shelf is all stuff that my friend J.J. Garvin brought in. He was the director of Film Hawk. That's why it caught my eye. My friend directed the movie. And he brought in everything on this shelf. So that's very, very interesting. So I could buy something here and be like, hey, JJ, I got one of your old things. Took home your merch, JJ. There you go. If you haven't seen Film Hawk, check it out. Over here's all the television. This Hogan's Heroes. You don't see that streaming. Look at that. At least I don't. That's the thing, classic TV. A lot of it is not streaming. If it's not something like huge, these streaming services don't want to be bothered with it. So A lot of that niche stuff that we grew up with, it's hard to come by these days. Like, look at this. There's Growing Pains. That had a spin-off show called Just the 10 of Us. You can't find that anywhere. Nobody, it's never been on DVD. It's never been streaming. I gotta find someone who's got like bootlegs of that until Warner Brothers decides to finally release it. Looking at these TV shows here, we were actually talking about this, the owner Chris and I. This show, Have Gun Will Travel, this is a Western, and Gene Roddenberry wrote most of the episodes. This was before Star Trek. So that's a pretty cool thing. I've never actually seen that show. And then this show, Route 66, this show, again, I've never seen this, but it had a very famous episode where all the Universal monster actors like Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney Jr. guest starred and reprised their classic horror roles on an episode of the show. I've never seen that either. I love Quantum Leap. Yeah, some good stuff here. Look, this is a show. I can never get into this show. I'm a huge fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And this was a show Joss Whedon did for Fox called Dollhouse. And it ran for 2 seasons, but I just couldn't get into it. I tried. Good cast, good writers. It was no Buffy or Angel. Kind of digging this painting over here. Look at this. Oh, this is a record album. This is the soundtrack to 2001. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just a painting. Got a Transformers case. Look at this. There's the 20th anniversary DVD of E.T. That's interesting because it had 2 different cuts of the film. It had the 20th anniversary cut, which used some CGI to alter some things. That was controversial at the time. But it also has the traditional theatrical cut. So if you're a completist, that's a good version to have because they never put out that 20th anniversary cut again. I do have that one. You know, people get angry about that, but I'm like, you know what? They made both available. Star Trek. Yeah, I don't know why people got so upset about that. As long as they make the original version available to you, then who cares if there's another cut? You don't have to watch it. Nobody's forcing you, but it's kind of cool to make it available at least. What is this? Immortal Instruments. Some Doctor Who. Transformers. Both X-Files movies. That's a different Black Hole. I saw the Black Hole. Black Hole was the name of a Disney movie, but this is not that. Interesting.
That's cool.
There's JJ's shelf. No, look, here's Sci-Fi Television. There's the X-Files, Babylon 5, Sequest, Lost in Space. Here's the horror section. Horror always sells well. Look at this. This is interesting. This is a box set of the 3 Warner Brothers Jason movies. Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and Freddy vs. Jason. I never knew they put these out in a box set. Those are the 3 Jason movies that did not come out through Paramount. Never saw that cover before. The Anchor Bay. Is this Anchor Bay Entertainment Seal? That's a new one. This is kind of cool. Look. Planet CHH on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to him, does a good job. He just did videos on this release. I had these. These were the first releases of Halloween 2 and 3 on DVD from Good Times. And yeah, he just recently did a video of that on his channel. What is this? Stir of Echoes. That was a pretty good movie. Warm Bodies. It's Lex Luthor as a zombie. The new Lex Luthor. Okay, here we go. Some Blu-ray. Purge Anarchy. Amityville. What is Day of the Living Dead? I think I've seen Righteous Villains. Hancock. That was a good movie. This is the MCU stuff. Well, DC too. This is the teen section over here. Look at this. We got One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell.
And like, it's amazing how much content MTV used to put out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah. MTV put out such great content back in the day. Laguna Beach. I mean, they just cranked out the content over at MTV.
Absolutely. They invented reality television with, well, that's actually not true. There was a PBS series back in the day. I don't remember the name. They said that it's credited as being like the first reality show. Square Pegs. This show, I've never seen this. This is considered a classic. Look, it's got Metric Buttrick from Star Trek 2 and 3 in it. This show, popular. This is an interesting one because there was an actress on this show named Sarah Rue. In fact, there she is, right there on the back. And my friend moved to Hollywood and started dating her. And he says, I'm dating Sarah Rue. And none of us knew who she was. And she's like, she's on the show Popular. So we watched the show Popular just to see who she was. So I go out to visit them. And we're walking around Hollywood. And they've broken up by then. I see her across the street. And I go, isn't that your ex-girlfriend? And he says, nope. And she yells, Greg? And crosses the street to come talk to us. And I'm like, how the heck did you date this girl? And I just saw her on television and I recognized her and you didn't. That was an awkward conversation to be a part of. All right, here we go. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's one of my all-time favorites. Still waiting on that on Blu-ray. Oh, look, here we go. Here's all Buffy. All the seasons. I've never seen Veronica Mars. It's supposed to be really good. Oh, look at this. This is sad. Dawson's Creek. James Van Der Beek actually just passed away yesterday as I'm recording this. I didn't even know he was sick. But just yesterday. Stand By Me. We just lost Rob Reiner, unfortunately. There's some good stuff down here. Look at this. Now, look over here. This is great. It's Kermit. Kermit from Muppet Treasure Island. Hey, Kermit, how you doing? Hey there, how you doing? There's some animation up here. Beavis and Butthead, South Park. G.I. Joe. Some anime. Transformers. Oh man, I love this movie. I love this movie. Hugo. If you ask me, this is Martin Scorsese's best movie. That's a controversial opinion, but I will stand by it. Oh, here's a classic. The Last Unicorn. There's a classic film. Oh, look at this. Look at the Muppet Show. It's the Mark Hamill episode. Paul Simon, Raquel Welch, Tony Randall, Beverly Sills, Pearl Bailey. I love the Muppet Show. This is a foreign release. There's Fraggle Rock. And this is the educational section. I'm also really digging this Pez dispenser. Look at this. It's a Wawa Pez dispenser, but it's got Santa and his sleigh on it. I like that. I'm also checking out this Ninja Turtle 3-pack. It's a box set of the 3 live-action films. Well, the ones from New Line, at least. Paramount put out a few. The ones with the Henson Creature Company costumes. Well, not the third one. Henson did not work on the third one. But the first 2. Over here we have the music section, but on top, here's a Johnny Carson set. I'm actually just finishing reading a book about Johnny Carson called Love Johnny Carson. If you can find it, I highly recommend it. It's a good book. I'll try to pop the cover in here if I can remember. Boop. It'll go right there. If it's not there, it means I forgot. Yeah, a lot of music videos here. And over here is more television. This looks, you got NYPD Blue, Walker, Chips, Mission Impossible, Alias. So how long have you been open?
This is our 6th week open, so
Wow.
we're almost brand new right now, and it's been kind of amazing. So many people coming in the door already.
That's great. Now, you were telling me you're getting a lot of young people.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really surprised. I thought it was going to be like gray bald people like me, but it really is. Probably more than half of the customers are college age and even below that. Young people are really flocking back to the media. They come in and they give us the "I thought I owned it" conversation, where they thought they owned something on streaming and they go back to watch it like a year or 2 later, or something that they remember as kids. Like, we're talking, young adults who are 18 to 20 years old. They go
Right.
back to look at content that they loved when they were 13 or 14, and good luck, it's gone. I mean, they're in an interesting era for this media. And when they come in and see the DVDs and they start taking them out of the package and they start looking at the boxes, you can see the excitement, and you can really see like how happy they are like shopping the product. It's cool.
It's good to see.
Yeah.
And you were telling me you got machines for sale over here.
Absolutely.
The DVD players are only $5.
Yeah. We want to keep it accessibly priced, and I have good sources for these. We test them all to make sure that they work. But yeah, if you have a DVD player, you're probably going to come back and get a couple of movies. So we want to make sure that there's a few. But we also make sure that there's stuff for people who really want it, like these dual decks have VHS and DVD, or a dual DVD that lets you do some recordings, or for preservation's sake too.
I was eyeing up the VHS one because I don't have a VHS player anymore, but I still have a lot of VHS at home.
Yeah, that's what's really nice about these. Rather than just getting a dedicated VHS deck, you can have something that does both and still watch your old VHS movies. We like DVD here. We're a DVD-focused store, but, a lot of people have a lot of crossover content. And these, I probably sell 2 or 3 dual decks a week. I'm not kidding, because VHS is making a comeback too.
Right.
And books. We try and have books, so...
It looks like you got a little bit of everything. Games, there's some board games, there's, books.
Big box sets, and a lot of CDs too. So we have a focus on soundtracks. So if you're looking for a particular soundtrack, we might have it. Those are the most. I find like soundtracks are actually overlooked in people's CD collections and stuff like that too. So it's like one of those funny things. Thrifted carousel. You gotta walk around.
I was trying to turn. Yeah, I'll turn instead.
Yeah. It's funny, but yeah, it's funny. Like in people's CD collections, they often overlook collecting the soundtracks, and we like having them.
There's the soundtrack to Carousel on the carousel.
Did you want a cup of tea, Mary?
All right, I'm leaving the laser library. That place was great. Chris and the entire staff, they're all super, super nice. And if you're in the Exton area, just check this place out. It's really good. I did pick up square pegs and the Wawa Pez dispenser, but there's a lot in there. And they told me they got some exciting plans. They're looking at having like movie nights and all kinds of theme stuff in the store. So something to look out for. Definitely support them if you can. Laser Library in Exton. Check it out. So thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend about us so we can have more fun, get more people involved. And until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.